Let's go ahead and take a look at the GUI camera options here. So we did the collider, and then we have our GUI camera options. This is basically where do you want this image to show up during gameplay. So there's a couple of options. You can actually say show in Camera Gui, that meaning that if you have a Camera Gui in the scene, it'll show in that one. It's also show in Camera Game, which is currently what shows here. And then there is a enable. This one is either or. So you can either choose enable GUI input, meaning you can get the input from the camera in the GUI one, or you can get the input from the game one. So that one, it's a little more specific because hopefully you have more of a specific reason for actually choosing one versus the other. Alright, so we'll do enable, we'll do enable GUI input here, but we'll leave both of these on. Now what this is going to mean is when we play, we'll see it inside the game view, but there's no camera to actually get input, so even if I try clicking on it, nothing is going to happen. So when I move over it, notice I'm trying to click on it, I can't drag it or move it or anything. So that just simply means that, okay, I either need to do one of two things. I need to set it back to the game input, or if I was to place a camera inside the scene, so let's say for instance we go over here and we put the camera right here. If I was to take this one, and we'll do just a quick example so you can see it here. Let's say we place it there inside of our scene. Alright, so when we play, we'll actually wind up having that GUI element over there on that left part of the screen. So now we can actually go to it here and we have it. So now I can actually go to and do that with it. And the reason for it, in terms of just choosing one versus the other, is just for clarity, so that you can actually know what it is you're trying to do with it. Alright, now if I move it off, I'm actually moving it back into the to the player, just into the camera where the camera is currently starting right here. So again, one last example on that one here. The other part of this is that we can actually say the show in game camera we can turn off. So we could actually say show in GUI camera and enable in GUI input. So what that means is that even if our camera, say we put our camera right here, so even if our camera was right here, we'll just put it right here for illustration purposes. We could put it right here, we can have our button right here. This button won't show up, but this button will show up here. Hopefully the concept isn't too hard to get, but I just want to make sure that we kind of reiterate over the kind of the expectations of what's going to happen with the GUI buttons and things. So now you have the GUI button showing up from here, but it's not showing up over here. Alright, so that's going to be basic setup for working with your GUI camera and the GUI input on it.